come rushing out with her mouth open. She'd want to try to eat me. Oh my gosh, how awesome is that? We literally hit 6 out of 7 eggs. We're getting to the end of the night here at the Reptarium, and obviously that's when Bruce loses his mind. Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is absolutely incredible. I am just in here with my girl Lucy, and I tell you what, she is an absolutely amazing animal. And you guys know that I've had kind of a up and down relationship with this animal for sure. But I tell you what, if you just understand your animals, always respect your animals, you can really have an incredible relationship. And we're going to be doing something in the vlog here later on that might send chills down your spine. But to be honest with you, it had me kind of thinking, and Lucy is certainly one of those animals, and the fact that if you have a relationship and you respect these animals, you can really do some pretty amazing things with it. And I tell you what, Lucy gets a little bit cranky, and I realize that when she's definitely getting into like her ovulation follicle growth, she gets super cranky, and we can't get in here and just play with her like this. And basically why that is she becomes very defensive, right? She's basically like, this is my nesting area, stay out, I'm going to be defensive. And what you have to understand is big snakes or any type of animal really are going to only attack or bite or do whatever for a couple reasons. They're either defensive because they're afraid of you, or they're hungry and they think they're gonna eat you, right? So if you can take away those types of things, you can have an amazing relationship, just like I do now with this absolutely gorgeous snake, Lucy. Now take my girl Abasuku here. I talked about the fact that typically it's defensive or food aggression when it comes to really how you either get bit or an animal is attacking, right? Abasuku was that animal that before, when I opened up the cage like this and I was this close, she would come rushing out with her mouth open. She'd want to try to eat me because she thought I was going to feed her. In her mind, every time we open that cage, food is coming, right? And she's ready for the food. So what we did was we target trained her with the ball on the end of the stick to know that that's when food is coming. So now when I open up this cage and I use this hook just like this and just kind of rub her just like this, she understands that food is not coming, and I can literally just pet this animal. I mean, just take a look at that. I can literally pet her on her head just like that. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. You gotta remember, just 3 months ago, if I opened up this cage, I was gonna get a face full of teeth, if you know what I mean. And now, a few months later, just with some training and the fact that I can take her to the point where she understands that I'm not food, I can literally come in here and interact with her and literally just pick her up. I mean, you can see, look at this girl. Unbelievable. I mean, it's a completely different animal. All we had to do was take away the fact that she thought we were food and the food aggression, and she really opened up into this amazing animal. My buddy Kevin over at Nerd always says that you basically have different modes with animals. You have defensive mode, like I talked about. You have food mode that I just talked about with Abasuku to take it away, and then you have intelligence mode. Right now, Abasuku is intelligence mode. She's no longer afraid of me. She doesn't think I'm food, and she's just gonna sit here and she's intelligently thinking like, what's going on, Dad? What's happening? And I can come in and interact with her. And you can almost do that with any animal over time. Got a couple touches that I need to cut right now. This first one is actually a yellow belly to a pastel ivory. So basically what it is I can get about 50% on average should be ivory, but the pastel ones have a little less pattern to them. So they're basically white snakes is what's going on. So let's just go ahead and dive in. A couple eggs have already pipped out, and I can already see they're white snakes. So we have at least 2 white snakes there, but we'll take a closer look at them and see if we can tell if they're ivories or pastel ivories. Let's go ahead and just jump into this first one. Again, everything in this clutch should either be pastel yellow belly or ivory or pastel ivory. So right off the rip, we have just a normal yellow belly right here. So just the one single gene animal. Let's move on to egg number 2. And again, it might be a little hard to see which ones are pastel ivories and which ones are just ivories, because there's very little difference in them, to be honest with you. Like I said, the pastel blows it out a little bit. This one here happens to be another white snake, and it is an ivory or a pastel ivory. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a white snake, and that's absolutely cool. And of course, the ivories were the first real white snakes produced in ball pythons, right? Before the blue-eyed leucistics or the black-eyed leucistics. So as I'm cutting this egg, I can see quite a bit of purple and pattern on this animal. So I know this is a normal ivory, because the pastel ivory, you won't see as much of that purple look, and they kind of blown out a little bit. So that is definitely a normal ivory. The other one that was already pipped out, I'll go ahead and cut. And to me, this one right off the rip looks like probably an ivory too. Again, a lot of the purple and yellows like that, but until they hatch out, I don't know 100% for sure. So far we're doing really good. 3 out of 4 eggs were white snakes. Can't complain about that. Let's move on to the next egg, and look at what we got. Yay! another white snake. All right, again, don't, this one I think might be a pastel ivory, to be honest with you. I don't see a lot of pattern to it, but again, until they hatch out, and really, it's really minor. What happens is as they get older, the pastel ivories almost turn pure white, whereas the normal ivories will still have a little bit of a gray head pattern and stuff like that. But right through the egg, I can see there's some darkness in here, so I know this isn't an ivory. Let's see if it's a pastel or if just a normal yellow belly. Yep, just a normal yellow belly, but still really cool. Interesting, we haven't got any pastel yellow bellies yet. Last egg, let's see if we get really lucky and get another white snake, or what we're gonna get. Let's see what we got. Nope, just another yellow belly. Again, no pastel. Really interesting that we didn't get any pastel yellow bellies, but that's okay. So we got 3 yellow bellies and 4 white snakes that are either pastel ivories or ivories. Not sure, but hey, it's a good way to start the day. Excited about this clutch. This was actually a clown that's het for ghost bred to an albino that's het for clown. So essentially what we can get is clowns that are possible double het for albino ghost. But the point is, I just hope we produce some clowns. In theory, half these babies should be clown, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and where should I go? Which egg? Which egg? Which egg? I'm going to cut this egg right here. Want to start strong and end strong. So hopefully this first egg is going to be a clown. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Yep, we got a clown! Yay! It's always good. I don't know why, it's just a superstitious thing. I always think when I start the clutch and I get a good egg and I end the clutch and I get something good, it just makes me happy. Regardless, that would be a clown. Really beautiful, by the way. It almost looks like it's possibly a blade clown. Of course, it would be 100% het for albino and possible het for ghost. So these are clown, 100% albinos, possible het for ghost. Let's see if we keep our odds going. Yes! 2 out of 2! Yeah! I gotta love it. That's absolutely awesome. It would be amazing. Remember that other day we had a clutch where every single egg was an albino? I'm not going to get too greedy on you guys, but nevertheless, I'm happy with the way it started. Egg number 3. Let's see what we got here. Boop, 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 boop. Another clown! Yes! 3 for 3! Alright, now I will tell you this, I've had this happen where I've started 3 eggs, and then the next 4 eggs are normal, so I'm not going to get too crazy yet, so 3 for 3 for so far. Let's head right into the 4th egg and see what we have. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! 4 for 4! Yes! Unbelievable! So now there's only 3 eggs left, so I know I've beat the odds. 4 out of 7 eggs at least are clowns. Again, het for albino, possible het for ghost, and who knows, we got 3 eggs left. We could hit them all. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. 4 for 4 so far. Oh, we missed on that one. That's okay though. 4 for 5. I'll take it every day of the week. That's for sure. 2 eggs left, and these guys look like really beautiful clown ball pythons too. So I'm super excited about that. Another clown ball python! So we got this going. 5 out of 6 eggs. Whew, come on. I told you I like to start strong and I like to finish strong. So we got 1 egg left. Come on, baby. Let's be a clown. Let's be a clown. Let's be a clown. Oh my gosh. What an awesome thing. Let's see what we got. And a clown! Oh my gosh, how awesome is that? We literally hit 6 out of 7 eggs were clown, het albinos, possible het ghosts. Couldn't be more excited about that. I tell you what, I've been killing the odds this year. We've had a couple clutches that didn't work out, but for the most part, it's been an amazing year of production, and of course, the odds gods have been in my favor. The same certainly goes for Artemis Prime. Noah worked really hard to train him for the ball, and again, he used to fly out at us. Now he just looks at us really intelligently for sure. Now, we do have to start working on Chicken Strip. You know, Chicken Strip, my boy back here that's just kind of looking at me, is really chill in the cage, but that animal isn't necessarily food aggressive. What it basically is it's afraid. We have to do things like the more we work with him, the more positively we work with him, the better it gets. So when we first take him out, it's probably going to be crazy. I understand it happens every time. Now he's starting to bite, which makes it even more difficult. But then at the end, if he's handling because he's a little worn out, he's like, no, this isn't that bad. The more we do that, the better it is. With Chicken Strip, it's not about food aggression. It's definitely about him being afraid of us. So we have to break that. Now listen, I'm a reptile guy, and I feel pretty confident working with these reptiles behaviorally. I'm not so much a spider guy. That's when I acquiesce to guys like Bruce. And I'm going to be honest, later in the vlog, the thing that we're going to do, I never thought I was going to personally do, especially being an arachnophobe from before, even though you guys know that I've gotten over that fear. You know, it kind of shows you that even animals that the stigma is that they're very aggressive can actually work out. So my heart rate's a little up that we're going to do this, but it's going to be absolutely incredible. In working with animals, it's all about building trust. I mean, take for instance Salt here. I mean, she just kind of chills out with me. We built that relationship to where, you know, if I tell her, hey, I'm going to hold you and I don't want you to move, she understands that because she realizes she's getting something something positive about it, and it's just about building trust. To put it in the most simplest terms, think about if you have a dog, right? You're hanging out, it's hanging out with you on the couch, you're watching TV, but then a stranger comes and it barks. That's because the dog doesn't trust that stranger. Once that stranger becomes part of the pack or a friend, then it wants to hang out and watch TV on the couch. It's all about building trust with animals, and that's how you build the relationship, and ultimately you can really open up these amazing animals, kind of intelligence mode. You know, the same is true with Bella, with Elvis. I mean, all of these animals, whether it's Toothless up here, or Perdita, or Snaz, or Sunrise, whatever, you know, in someone else's hands that aren't treating with respect and gaining that trust, maybe they would be defensive animals and they'd be biting as well. Not to say, hey, these aren't great natured animals, and I'm not trying to say like you should be afraid if you don't know what you're doing. What I'm saying is that if you build trust, you understand your animals, you respect them, try to get them into intelligence mode, almost any animal could eventually have a relationship. Listen, if it's a lion or something like that, you're maybe not going to go in there and touch it, although there are people that do that. The fact is you can still have that relationship from afar. It trusts you, it's not afraid of you, it's not going to try to attack the fence, so on like that. And that's kind of the way I feel about most animals. I mean, look at Nova. The frilled lizards are kind of known for not being great handling animals, but Nova comes down, he literally comes to the cage, he wants to be taken out. That's because we built trust, we built a relationship with him, and that's really what I'm so fascinated with now in this part of my kind of animal career. So guys, take a look at this. Now I'm going to be talking low because of course tarantulas can actually sense vibrations and so on like that, but I never thought in a million years that we would have this Goliath bird-eating tarantula out. I mean, just take a look at how amazing it is. I'm just gonna kind of let her crawl at me real quick. I mean, just take a look at how insane this is, guys. Well, we've had this animal for almost a year, and I never expected to be able to be handling this animal. It just kind of goes to show you that even an animal that is a little bit vilified and demonized, a bird eater, an aggressive animal, can be respected. But this actually all started from an incident that happened last night. We're getting to the end of the night here at the Reptarium, and obviously that's when Bruce loses his mind.
There you go, buddy, you got him.
And
oh my god.
Jeez, what is going on over here?
This is our girl here, our bird eater tarantula. She looked like she was ready to come out today, so I figured I'd give her a little bit of exercise.
That is, that is insane, dude.
You want to try and hold her?
I got to.
Let's do it, do it,
Oh,
I'm just putting my hands around you just in case.
That is insane.
There you go, dude, she's all yours.
Oh my gosh, this is the craziest thing
And
I've
now
ever
she
done.
hasn't even flicked hairs or anything yet.
Oh my gosh, I have wanted to hold this spider since the first day that we got her. She is amazing, dude.
Oh my gosh,
She is crazy. I tell you what, when I saw Bruce was doing that, I said, what is he thinking? But look at this animal. I mean, it is so amazing.
Yeah, I figured honestly after all this time, I get brought up all the time about the video of me holding this guy the first time around, and I had to pull it out again. I just kind of had a temptation again.
Oh my gosh, and look at it, just you can see it's not nervous at all.
Not at all. She hadn't even flicked hairs. She hasn't really done a lot of defensive posturing or anything like that. I was actually just trying to feed her, but she wasn't eating, so I was just like, all right, well, I guess it's time to say hi to you.
Oh my god, I'm blown away, man. I tell you what, you never know what's going to happen there at the Reptarium at night. Didn't expect that to happen, but I am really happy. You're a madman, but I love it. That is amazing, dude. Oh my gosh, guys. I realize that was a bit extreme, guys, and I don't want you to go out and be putting tarantulas on your face or anything like that, mainly because they have urticating hairs that can actually get into your eyes. I wanted to kind of make a point, right? And that point is that, believe it or not, even an animal that is sometimes vilified and people think are mean and aggressive, you can bridge that gap, gain its trust, and have a relationship with it. Bruce has worked hard with this spider and obviously is becoming very docile and able to be handled without a lot of danger. Now, are we going to take this animal out and let other people handle it? Probably not anytime soon, but you never know what the future is. In the meantime, we want to just enjoy this incredible animal and kind of just prove the point that, again, just because an animal is acting defensive or food aggressive, you can get beyond that just with some behavioral training. And remember, don't fear an animal, just respect an animal. I'll tell you what, guys, you got to remember, I was arachnophobe 2 years ago. I wouldn't even touch any spider, and now to have a bird eating the largest species of tarantula on my face, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. My heart rate is still up. I feel kind of weird. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, it's almost like getting off a roller coaster or something like that. My legs are a little bit weak, but what an amazing animal. If I can get to that point and us have the relationship with animals like that, I tell you what, like I said, my heart rate is up, but whew, What an awesome experience that was. I tell you what, that was a vlog I didn't know I was ever going to make, to be totally honest with you, but it is such a great experience to think that I went from arachnophobic to literally enjoying handling something like that. And again, I always say my thing is about don't fear, respect, get knowledge, don't be afraid of these animals, but also respect the fact that they are animals. If you enjoyed this video, I'm going to show you another one right here, and here's an entire playlist I think you guys are going to enjoy. And if you want, could you subscribe right here, hit this right here, and turn those post notifications on so you know when I upload a video. Have a wonderful day, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you guys tomorrow.